answer and on. All right. Thank you, children. Now let's quickly look at the objectives. All right, of the poem Tiger in the Zoo. We had already discussed about this when I had introduced this poem, and you had given me the answer as tiger when I had asked you the question as name what? Name our national animal, isn't it? So just go through the objectives once again to enable the students to understand the dangers of deforestation, then importance of freedom, isn't it? Then you should know that animals will be happy only in the natural habitat. All this we had already discussed, and it becomes your responsibility, purely your responsibility to preserve the environment. This also we had discussed. Next one is obviously about the poem recitation, isn't it? With proper intonation and rhythm. All right? All these are the objectives. Do you remember about the KWL chart which we had discussed? First two columns I had told you to write it, and the third column is after the poem discussion, right? That is the reflection. All right? Now, before the discussion of the poem, I would like to share a video. All right? I would like to share the video. Please watch the video.
George Leslie Norris was one of the greatest Welsh writers. He was also a teacher, headmaster, and a college lecturer.
Children, is it audible?
His first poetry collection, Finding Gold, was published in 1943 when the poet was 38. Some of his other notable collections of poetry include Tongue of Beauty, Islands of Marine, A Sea in the Desert, and collected poems. He was honored with various awards such as the David Hyam Memorial Award, the Catherine Mansfield Memorial Award, among others. In A Tiger in the Zoo, Leslie Norris describes the tiger's rage at being in a cage when he should be hunting in the wild. Through the poem, the poet tries to evoke readers' sympathy towards the sensitive issue of animal imprisonment. Here is the summary of the poem, A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. Animals in zoos, how must they feel? Should they even be in zoos? Are we helping them, or are we making it worse for them? Norris raises these questions in his description of a caged tiger. The tiger paces around his small cage in quiet anger at being locked in a cage. The tiger should be in the wild hunting. He should be hiding in shadows, stalking his prey. He should be quietly crawling through the grass near the water, ready to ambush any deer happening to pass by. The tiger should also be roaring near houses at the jungle's edge. He should be displaying his fangs and his claws, creating fear and panic in the village. But he's locked in a cage. His ferocious strength is also locked inside. He walks up and down his cage, ignoring visitors. The zoo now closes. The tiger hears the last sound of the day, the sound of cars patrolling the zoo. Now he looks up, with his bright eyes, to the sky filled with bright stars. Perhaps he's...
Children, can anyone tell me why is the tiger angry?
Because he's locked inside the cage.
Exactly. Very good. Yes. Yes. Correct.
thinking of life in the jungle. Perhaps he is thinking of his freedom. Now let us look at the literary elements of the poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. In the poem, the poet repeats words like quiet and brilliant to emphasize on the beauty of the tiger as well as his rage. Norris uses metaphor in the phrase, pads of velvet quiet. In doing so, he compares the paws of the tiger to velvet. By that he means that the tiger's paws are as soft as velvet. He stalks in his velvet stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. There are two different rhyme schemes in the poem. In this stanza, the word cage and rage rhyme with each other. The words stripes and quiet do not rhyme with each other. So, the rhyme scheme of this stanza is A, B, C, B.
Is it correct, children? Whatever you have found
Yes,
out?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
found
Yes,
out that
ma'am.
day? Whatever you have found out that day, is it correct? Correct, children?
But he's locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. In this stanza, none of the words rhyme with each other. So, the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, D.
Now, children, you need to open the textbook, the poem. Now it's time to recite the poem. All right? You all know that we do this activity through the slides. Children, slides are visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I know that. I had asked you to recite this poem. Now you are familiar with rhyme scheme and literary devices. Once again, we will be explaining and discussing. All right, let's discuss the poem. Now, children, I just want you all to be in the imaginary world. You have to imagine now because we are discussing a poem, right? You have to imagine a tiger inside the zoo. Are you able to view that? Are you all able to imagine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, first answer. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. What is the meaning of stalks? What is the meaning of stalks? Means follows. All right. Vivid means clear, very bright. What is the meaning of rage? Rage.
Anger.
Very good. Here what the poet is trying to tell you is the tiger which is inside the zoo moves around, isn't it? Can you see that tiger is moving around in the cage under his bright colored skin, isn't it? He further says you that tiger can take only a few steps. Why? Why? Can anyone tell me?
Because the cage is too small.
Yes, very good. Because the cage is too small and it is not easy to move. One cannot hear his footsteps because he is very soft. Means he has very soft feet like velvet. Do you know the literary device here?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the comparison here? Metaphor. Metaphor. Why? Tiger's paws are compared with velvet. Underline that and write metaphor. Have you already written?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good. Good children. Good children. Now the tiger tries to control his anger by quietly walking in the limited area. Can you view all this? Can you imagine this? He's angry.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, tiger is very angry because he is not free. All right. In the first stanza, you could see that rhyme scheme is A, B, C, D. You are right. All right. And don't you feel that the second one, the tiger is personified, isn't it? Personified as he. And we have metaphor here. All right. Can anyone find oxymoron in the first stanza? I'm asking you, can anyone see oxymoron in the first stanza?
White rage.
Very good. Who is this?
Ma'am, Ardra.
Ardra. Very good, Ardra. Correct. Rage. Opposite meaning, right? Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Yeah. Now let us look at the second stanza. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plum deer pass. What is the meaning of lurking?
Lying in wait.
Yeah, hidden as to wait for the prey, isn't it? Now you have to imagine as tiger is free now. In the first stanza, what was that? He was inside the cage. Are you able to view that? Now tiger is free. Where is the tiger now? In the forest. All right. Are you all listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now where is the tiger? Can you imagine? Tiger is in the forest. You imagine in that way. Tiger is free. Can anyone tell me about this stanza, second stanza? What is this stanza says?
Ma'am, the second stanza means the tiger should have freedom. It should be in the forest, not in the cage.
Exactly. The poet says that if this tiger was free, he would have hid himself behind the long grass. For what? For
Hunting
catching
deer.
yes, in order to have its food, right? Basically, say that the actual life of a tiger is to live in the jungle, isn't it? Not inside the cage. All right? Just tell me the rhyme scheme of this. A, B, C, B.
CB.
A, B, C, B. Second stanza we are in now. All right? Can
Yes,
anyone
ma'am.
see alliteration here? Alliteration? Children, are you all with your pencil, note, book?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this line? Yeah. Now please tell me the alliteration. Can you see? What is alliteration?
Repetition.
Alliteration, repetition of sounds, isn't it?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you see alliteration? Plum, pass. Underline that. Last line in the second stanza. Can you see? Last line in the second stanza. Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Plum,
Yes, ma'am.
pass. Alliteration. Underline and write, children. Now, third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, wearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. What is the meaning of snarling?
Growling.
Growling or warning sounds made by the animals to threaten others, isn't it? Yeah. What does this third stanza says? Now where is the tiger? Can you imagine? Now where is the tiger?
Village.
In village.
Yeah. Poet says that some other disturbance. Please switch off the TV or whatever it's playing there. Who is that? Children, concentrate here. Just mute that. The poet says that the tiger would have been free. He would have snarled around the houses located at the... Who is that? Please mute. Can I find out?
Ma'am, Arshita.
Close the door. Now you have to imagine this. The tiger would terrorize people with his sharp tooth and claws, right? Are you imagining that? This would create fear amongst the people living in the village. All right? Can you just tell me the rhyme scheme of this stanza? A, B, C, B. All right. Can you see assonance? Any other literary device can you see? Anyone?
No.
All right. Onomatopoeia, can you see? What is onomatopoeia?
Sound.
Snarling.
Sounds, yeah. Yes, very good. Who is that?
Yashasvi.
Very good. Underline that. Underline that. And write. Underline and write. Onomatopoeia. Spelling. Spell it, Yashasvi. Onomatopoeia. Correct? Correct? Yes. Have you all written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can we go with the next stanza? But he is locked in a concrete cell. His trunk behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now what's happening now? Poet comes to the reality again. Where is the tiger exactly? In the cage. Okay? Tiger is in the cage. Again, you have to come back to the cage. He says that tiger is inside the cage, which is made up of strong building material. He further says that tiger is behind bars. So his ferocious attitude can't be seen. He just talks in the cage. He never tries to terrorize the visitors. Why? Because his power is restricted in the cage, right?
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
able to follow, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Otherwise, he would have terrorized the people, right? Villagers. But now, there is no point in terrorizing the visitors because his power is restricted inside the cage. Clear? Therefore, he never tries to terrorize the visitors. In the fourth stanza, the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B. B. Yes. Now, personification is, yeah. Can you please tell me alliteration? Alliteration.
Concrete
Concrete
cell.
cell.
Yeah. Then behind bars. Behind bars. Underline.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see? Behind bars. Is it alliteration? Yes. Isn't it? Have you written, children?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Very good. Good. Now, next one. That is the last answer. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes and the brilliant stars. What is the meaning of patrolling?
To roam around.
Yeah, to guard or vigil. So in the last stanza, poet says that, okay, could anyone tell me what is the last stanza says? Tiger could hear what? The sounds of patrolling cars, right? What is the patrolling cars? Vehicles of police, right? Which are used to guard at night, isn't it? So in the night, tiger hears the sounds of these cars. Then what happens, children? Tell me.
He looks at the brilliant stars.
Very good. He looks, that is, he stares at the shining stars with his shining eyes. Can you? Yes. Can you all imagine that? Very sad actually, right, children? Very sad. The
Yes,
poet
ma'am.
wants to say that tiger is sad. Even poet wanted to pass this message to you all, you children, isn't it? Tiger is very sad and he is inside the cage. He cannot do anything. Therefore, he stares at the stars in the night. Okay, why is he staring at the stars? Can anyone tell me? Just to divert his thoughts. All right, just to divert his thoughts. All right, in the last stanza, rhyme scheme is ABCD. And can you see alliteration? Last stanza.
He
You saw-
hears.
Very good. This is Ranjini?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good. He hears. Ha sound. Ha sound. All right? Very good. Now, children, I just want to know, after watching the video, this discussion and explanation, have you collected a few points from the poem?
Yes, ma'am.
I would appreciate if each one could share 1 point each. Actually, the poem contrasts a tiger when it is in its natural habitat. What is that? Forest. And when it is imprisoned in a zoo, isn't it? That is the contrast. Yeah. Begin. 1 point each.
Ma'am, can I say?
Yes.
Ma'am, the poem stresses the idea and necessity of freedom and how valuable it is. And the poet want to show us that the freedom shouldn't be snatched from the wild animals.
Very good. Very good. Who is this?
Divyansh, ma'am.
Very good, Divyansh. Yeah. Now another student. Could you please share? Can anyone else? What have you understood? Yes, it's about the freedom.
Ma'am, the poem
Yeah.
provides a contrast in mood and environment of a tiger when he is in
When
the
it is in the cage and when it is free. Yes, very good. Very good. Next point.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, like the tiger, no, ma'am. The poet says that the tiger also has a good heart, but
Mhm.
we don't try to see it.
Instead, we try to keep the tiger inside the zoo, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Good.
Ma'am, the poet tries to.
Yeah. May I know who is this? May I know who is this? Yeah, please tell. Huh?
The poet tries to convey that animals are best in their natural habitats and not kept
Very
in
good.
cages.
Yes, yes. Who is this?
I'm Padmashri.
Very good, Padmashri. Yes. Any other point?
When he is in the cage, he feels angry, frustrated, and helpless.
Yes, very good. May I know who is this?
Srividya.
Very good. Good, good. Very good. All right.
Shows the tiger's longing for freedom and the importance of freedom.
Yes, very good. Children, hope the poem is very clear for all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. It's a very simple poem, yeah. Can anyone think of the main theme of the poem? Main theme of the poem. Exactly. Someone had already told freedom of the wild animals. What we human beings are doing, we human beings have used them relentlessly for our own entertainment, not thinking about the freedom of the animal. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
The tiger in the zoo is contrasted to tiger in its natural habitat. Now, children, can anyone tell me what is the moral or central idea of the poem?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, may I know who is this?
Ma'am, Divyansh.
Very good. Tell me.
Ma'am, in the poem A Tiger in the Zoo, the poet describes the mental state of the tiger in the cage. And there is a comparison between the life of the tiger comparison between the life of the tiger in wild state and then in the cage.
Good, very good. So the central idea is telling you about the proud nature of the creature. Which is this creature? Tiger. It is shame that such a powerful animal should be caged inside a zoo. It's really shameful for all of us. In his natural and wild habitat,